I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. But darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass. We're listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, or barefoot on the grass, or listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person, and she looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight.
So ladies and gentlemen, would all those who are able please stand to greet the bridal party. Would all the guests please be seated?
We alright?
Yeah. Just starting the dress out.
Sorry. Will you move on?
Take a minute. You do.
Union by Robert Fulgham. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all of those conversations that began with, when we are married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. All those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to take are a way of saying to each other, you know all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it. Every word. Look at each other and remember this moment. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other. Acquaintance, friend, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, as you have learned so much from each other. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. After today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Thank you. Beautiful reading, thank you. So the institution of marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. So therefore do you, Carl, take Daisy, here present, to be your lawful wedded wife.
I do.
And do you, Daisy, take Carl, here present, to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Well, that's two firm I do's. So now the solemn moment has come for these two persons to make the contract of marriage before you, their witnesses. So if you are able, will you all please stand? And Carl, when you're ready,
Yep.
please repeat after me. I, Carl Bailey,
I, Carl Bailey,
take you, Daisy Elizabeth Playforth,
take you, Daisy Elizabeth Playforth,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
I promise to love and care for you,
I promise to love and care for you,
and to be faithful to you
and
always.
to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together
May we look to our future together
with hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remember in this day,
And remember in this day,
never allow anything
never allow anything
to destroy the feelings
to destroy the feelings
that we share for each other.
that we share for each other.
To live together in love and harmony,
To live together in love and harmony,
to cherish and care for you,
to cherish and care for you,
whatever the future may bring.
whatever the future may bring.
Fantastic. When you're ready, Daisy, please repeat after me. I, Daisy Elizabeth Playforth,
I, Daisy Elizabeth Playforth,
take you, Carl Bailey,
take you, Carl Bailey,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
I promise to love and care for you,
I promise to love and care for you,
and to be faithful to you always.
and to be faithful to you always.
May we look to our future together
May we look to our future together
with hope, happiness and joy.
with hope, happiness and joy.
And remember in this day,
And remember in this day,
never allow anything
never allow anything
to destroy the feelings
to destroy the feelings
that we share for each other.
that we share for each other.
To live together in love and harmony,
To live together in love and harmony,
to cherish and care for you,
to cherish and care for you,
whatever the future may bring.
whatever the future may bring.
Well, that was word perfect from you both. I think they deserve a round of applause. Congratulations. Would all the guests please be seated?
What?
So we now come to the giving of the wedding rings. This is the traditional and ancient way of sealing the contract that you have made and is the outward sign of the lifelong promises that you have made to each other. So please could I invite Chris and Matty forward with the rings. Have you not got them?
Who got them? Oh, we've got to do it.
Oh, wow! Well done, Chris. Just stand back just slightly, that's it. Okay. So, if you could take Daisy's ring first, please. You had everyone going for a moment there, you two, well done. And then just left hand, third finger.
This is my left hand.
To the knuckle, just place it to the knuckle. And then please repeat after me. Daisy, I give you this ring.
Daisy, I give you this ring
As a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage,
and as an outward sign
as an outward sign
of the commitment
of the commitment
we are making
We are making
to each other.
to each other.
That can pop it on. Well done. And then Daisy, if you could take Carl's ring, please. And thank you very much. And then left hand, third finger to the knuckle. And when you're ready, please repeat after me. Carl, I give you this ring
Carl, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
and as an outward sign
and as an outward sign
of the commitment
of the commitment.
we are making to each other.
Please can you repeat that?
Sorry, we are making to each other.
We are making to each other.
That one, pop it on.
It's not coming off.
That's well and truly
Yes.
So the purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for and support each other through all the joys and sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of a permanent and continuing commitment, and we trust that these things may come true for you both. You've both made the declarations prescribed by law, and you've made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses, your family and friends gathered here this morning. All of us wish you both joy and happiness in your new life together. So Carl and Daisy, it is my privilege and my absolute pleasure to say you are now lawfully married. Congratulations, you are now husband and wife, and Carl, you may kiss your beautiful bride. We wish the happy couple a long and happy married life together, and we all hope you have a lovely afternoon celebrating, which I'm sure you will. So please could you all stand for one last time? And let's congratulate the newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Bailey.
There's no combination of words I could put on the back of a postcard. No song that I could sing, but I can try for your heart. And our dreams, and they are made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs with sepia tone loving. Love is the answer, at least, for most of the questions in my heart, like why are we here and where do we go, and knock on me so hard. It's not always easy, and sometimes life can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight, but I know that they'll be gone when the morning light sings or brings new things. For tomorrow night you see that they'll be gone too. Too many things I have to do, but if all of these dreams might find their way into my day-to-day scene, I'd be under the impression I was somewhere in between, with only two, just me and you. Not so many things we got to do, or places we got to be. We'll sit beneath the mango tree now. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. We're somewhere in between together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. I believe in memories, they look so pretty when I sleep. Hey now and when I wake up, you look so pretty sleeping next to me. But there is not enough time, and there is no song I could sing, and there is no combination of words I could say, but I will still tell you one thing, we're better together.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, just before I announce the bride and groom into the room, can you all please stand for me? And can you please grab your napkins, because I want you to wave them in the air, alright? Big cheer, ready? Please give a massive round of applause to the new Mr. and Mrs. Bailey!
Hello. Right, so everyone, welcome to this amazing venue. First of all, I've had strict orders off Daisy. Dad, let others do the thanking and raises and glasses thing, and don't be telling everyone how much you love me and how beautiful you think I look today, because they all know that already. You just get on with talking about me. So here goes, and let's see if I can get through it without any tears. When you have a little girl, you know that one day you'll probably have to stand up at her wedding and try and make her proud. And I would have said embarrass, but there's not that will embarrass Daisy. I was once told that standing up and making a speech at your daughter's wedding is like going on to a nudie speech for the first time. Apparently, it's only hard for the first 2 minutes. In a minute, I'll get on with letting you know a little bit more about this gorgeous thing. You have just watched get married, and Daisy. But before that, and I know Daisy won't mind, I want to thank Carl. I want to thank Carl for loving, spoiling and looking after her, and I'll be grateful every day you do onwards. But I guess it's what you have to do if you want to play football. Saturdays, Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and every other Friday. But thanks mate, she brushes her teeth every day. Has a bath once a week. Because we've had 20 years of it. And you do realise if she gets nits again like she did at school, you'll have to wash her hair and pick them out like a couple of chimps. She loved it. She was buzzing that she didn't have to wash her own hair for a few weeks. Honestly, Carl, you are one arse swipe away from qualifying for carer's allowance. All joking aside though, mate, I can see my girl thinks the world of you and loves you to bits, and you are great together, and I'm sure you will have the best future. So Daisy, let's share a bit of you with all your guests. After a 3-day labour, Daisy was born on New Year's Day. I can't tell you what year because I always forget apparently. What I do remember, it's been fun and games ever since. And at not one time do I ever think she would become the successful nurse she is today, because she couldn't care for herself half the time. She even used to go to bed in her school clothes because she couldn't be asked to get dressed the next morning. And she often shared that bed with chocolate wrappers. Nursing was never mentioned growing up. She always said she wanted to be a singer, dancer, actress, horse rider, or an assassin. I'm surprised she didn't want to be a comedian, because I bet there's loads of you in this room she's made laugh and then said, "I'm the funniest girl you know." Aren't I? The horse riding and the actress plays a big part in my first story. One day Daisy was horse riding and I got a phone call off her mum that she had fall off and hurt her back and could I get there as soon as possible. When I was a couple of miles away, the air ambulance flew over my head, and that's when I did start the panic. It had already landed when I got there, and I was greeted by a TV crew. "Hi Gary, we are filming for the air ambulance programme for the BBC, and we would like to follow Daisy's story, if you agree to it. We've already introduced ourselves to Daisy, and she's okay with it, if you are." I bet she did. As a dad, you tend to know your kids, and when I saw her laid there, it didn't look good. And she was either playing the actress part or was paraplegic. But she was talking and I saw her toes move, so that ruled the latter out. Anyway, off we go in the helicopter. As we passed Broughton, I said, "Hey Days, you can see our house from here." "Great. I'm laid here, strapped to a board, and you're on a sightseeing tour." Anyway, I don't know if any of you landed at James Cook. It's very, very exciting. All the traffic on Martin Road and around the hospital has to be stopped. With the camera crew getting off first, everyone was looking as if a TV star had turned up. Daisy was loving it. We got into the hospital and all the tests started. Testing for this and testing for that, and the time ticked on. I was starving, so I knew Janet the Gannet definitely was. That, by the way, that was Sonny's pet name for her growing up, because could she eat? Bloody hell. She actually nearly bit his finger off once, and I'm sure she would have ate that. He still calls her today, even though she's 5 stone lighter. Finally, we were told the test had been done and had to wait for the results. The spinal cord obviously still intact, and things not looking as bad as we first thought. I thought I'd ask for some food for Daisy. 5 minutes later, they were back with sandwiches. Oh, Daisy, you're strapped to bed and can't move. I'll eat mine first and I'll give you a hand. So after about 5 hours, she miraculously sat bolt upright and said, I don't think so, fatty. Get your clothes on, we're going home. Anyway, about a month later, the BBC were around to check if she was back horse riding or eating through a straw. Daisy pre-warned me not to show her up on TV before they arrived. So they interviewed Daisy and filmed her riding her bike for only the 2nd time since we bought it 4 years earlier. And she answered the questions like the TV star. Then it was my turn. I can still picture it now. I was getting interviewed in the garden with Daisy scowling through the patio door mouthing, you dare show me up. Everything was going great until... So Gary, I bet you were all worried. Oh yes, we were worried sick. Worried that she couldn't do her favourite things without our help for the rest of her life. What like? Dancing and horse riding? No, eating. Daisy nearly choked on the family-sized bag of crisps she was munching on. Apparently I'd ruined her life and she never spoke to me again. Until supper time. I think to this day, if it was her, she would have won a BAFTA. It wasn't long before she got her own back. I was at work with a phone pinging with all sorts of notifications. The titles read, always knew you were, always thought you were, well done, it's about time. Gary, it doesn't change a thing. After a while I checked what was going on. Anyway, apparently I'd posted on Facebook. Hi to all my friends and family. After discussion with my 3 beautiful, perfect kids, I've decided it's been long enough trying to be someone I'm not, and today's the day I'm coming out as in gay. Nice one, Days. So I'll jump back a few years to the toddler stage. She was the most gorgeous, loving, fun little thing, always sat on my knee watching TV, especially early mornings, and was a pleasure and total joy most of the time, but not all of the time. Daisy's probably mentioned to quite a few of you that she had trouble in the number 2 department.
Everyone knows.
And she ruined many a family meal. We would sit down for tea, then it would start, up off her chair, backwards and forwards, nipping her bum, faster and faster with me, her man, and even Sonny egging her on. Go on, Daisy. Go on, push. You can do it. Obviously, Harvey wasn't born yet, but I'm sure he would have joined in. Faster and faster, the quicker the walk, the quicker the chant. Sometimes longer than an hour. We are only the family in the world that turned having a shite into an Olympic sport. When her nappy hit the floor, which it often did, we all screamed with joy, celebrated and hugged each other as if she'd won the gold medal in the arsehole shot put. What relief. So Mum can have my tea now, as if nothing had happened. Think I'll give mine a miss. It wasn't long before first time I took Daisy down to meet Vicky's parents. Obviously I'm so proud of my kids, so obviously no stress there is what I thought. It wasn't long before she asked, please can I use your toilet, Vicky? Ever so polite. 20 minutes had passed and then ping. Vicky got a text. Vicky, can you bring a big stick up because I've blocked your toilet? Ever so proud of my girl. Daisy had great timing. We would go out for a family meal, often somewhere nice, then accidentally on purpose, she would lose her knife and fork and then wait for the nice quiet moment and then shout, where's my fork and knife? Always looking for that laugh. Oh, she's a funny girl, and she took the funny girl into school. Obviously popular, often the class idiot. She's an amazing since she left school, with a little effort or no effort she put in. If she spent a fraction of the time writing instead of texting, she would have got top marks. I got a bill once and there was over 8,000 texts one month, many of these during class time. When I confronted her over it and asked what was going on, her reply was, I can't help being popular, you want to get some friends, you sado. And you might get some. Fair enough. Daisy was always told to stick up to bullies, and this time sometimes got into trouble for helping others. And one certain girl had tested her too much. One day in PE she kept calling Daisy fatty, so she grabbed her by the hair and bounced her off the floor a couple of times. The headmistress dealt with it. So why Daisy? Well, miss, she was getting on my nerves, and I thought I either knock her out or I walk out of PE. I was really enjoying PE, so I tried to knock her out. How was that sound? She was praised for being honest. Not always honest though, was our girl. In later years, she seemed to have settled down and seemed to be doing well. Bernadette rang me ever so chuffed that Daisy had been chosen to go on a field trip. Obviously taken after her, I was told on a few occasions. And could I get her to school early Monday morning? I dropped her off, gave her a kiss and said, well done Daisy, we're all proud. Just as I was leaving, I had a little chat with the teacher. Hi miss, why is Daisy being chosen? She says she's doing ever so well. No, it's for naughty kids, Mr. Playforth. And she spends more time in that naughty caravan we have. How naughty? Well, she's not the worst, but she just tries to make others laugh. It's so very disruptive. For instance, she makes stupid things like the day she put her hand for no reason. Yes, Daisy, miss, does the Eiffel Tower rock? I don't mean that rock, I mean that rock. She's just so annoying, she thinks she's funny. Thanks, I'll have a word with her, but first I best ring her mum and ask her who she takes after. There's lots more stories. I could... Have I missed one out?
Don't go too quick.
Don't miss one out, no. No. Let's have a look. Sing a song. Yeah, sing a song.
Keep shining.
Keep smiling.
Hey, no, that's all right. Right, now the tough part. Right, there's lots more stories I could tell about Daisy. Right, I just want to finish by thanking Bernadette, Vicky, Steve, Grandma Liz, and Daisy's great granddad Jim, who would have been as proud as I am here today. Thanks to you a lot for helping Daisy grow up into this gorgeous thing we see today. Sonny the big brother for putting up with her, and Harvey for letting her mother you all your life. And I have to say, Daisy, you couldn't look after your own kids any better than you've looked after Harvey since the day he was born. And I'm confident you'll be there for your two brothers in years to come when we can't be. Finally, Daisy, you are a beautiful, funny, caring girl and always a pleasure to be around. And today, walking you down the aisle is my proudest moment. And today, you made me cry for the second time. First, that snowy New Year's Day, some year back in the 90s. So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you'll have a great time and get drunk, and I'm sure during the Daisy will make you laugh, have a little dance with you, but if you hear her sing, you'll probably try to assassinate yourself and take a stick to the toilet if she's been in there before you. So, that's about me done. Whose phone's that? I better get it because it might be important. Hello? What do you mean you want a contest? You can't contest, it's already been done. You want to go with Carl and Daisy? But mainly... Yeah? If you've got something to say, we'll put it on clean so you can see.
Carl and Daisy, I want to wish you happy life together. Congratulations on your wedding. Carl, I look forward to meeting you in November. Okay, all the best, guys. Thanks.
Rewind it, Dad.
Carl, I look forward to meeting you in November. I know you've been fans, so to see you then. Take care. All the best, guys. Hey Carl and Daisy, I just want to wish you a happy life together. Congratulations on your wedding day. Carl, I look forward to meeting you in November. I know you're a big Newcastle fan, so see you then. Take care. All the best, guys. Thanks.
2 seconds. Oh, you missed?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So Carl, all the family think you're great, mate, and you're perfect for Daisy. Apparently it's unusual for Alan to do this, but we did want to get it done for you. Also, I want to say a big thank you to Alan Shearer on camera for this special message, because he wants a video of the reaction. By the way, my Geordie wife did have to bend over forwards, backwards, to get this. Only joking, she was owed a big favour, so if you're intrigued, get her drunk later and she will tell you all about it. So that is me done. Right, I'd like to introduce my new son-in-law, Carl.
Thank you, Gary. Printed out work. NHS is good for something. So I've got 5 pages, so it shouldn't be that long. Johnny's was a bit longer, I think, when I went to his wedding day, so that'll be alright. So when I first started writing the speech, I thought to myself, I'm not going to say thank you all the time, but then as the speech developed, it ended up to me saying thank you all the time, so bear with me as I get through all those thank yous. I'd like to say firstly thank you to everybody from both me and Daisy who's turned up to celebrate our special day. It means so much to us. Alexander Weddings, the staff involved, you have been amazing. Honestly, regimental, like everything has just been on point. So thank you so much. We didn't expect it to be like this, but it's been amazing. Obviously, the Mer School of Irish Dancing, who put on a special performance earlier, where Daisy spent many of hours when she was younger performing and learning to dance. I know some of you were fortunate enough and lucky enough to see that on her hen party. And also lucky enough not to see her break a foot, which was the last time she Irish danced and drink was involved. So no requests tonight, please, because I've got football to play and she goes lost on a Sunday. I'd also like to say thank you to the staff on the hog box as well, who I know will be sort of floating about. They're providing the food throughout the day. It's really good. I know you've got canapés and stuff like that, and I'm sure the main's going to be amazing as well. And then I'd like to say thank you to Bernadette, obviously, for making the wedding cake. Bernadette's involved in this a bit, so you're also part of Rocky-Lele. So I'd like to say thank you to the Rocky-Lele band. It's Bernadette's ukulele band are performing later on, and they're going to be doing a catalogue of special songs for me and Daisy. They are performing outside now, I believe. Yeah, so I hope everyone's out there and enjoying that as much as I know me and Daisy will be and getting on the dance floor. Also, I'd like to say thank you to our DJ Mark. He's not here yet, but it's getting videoed, isn't it? But he's a good friend of my family. So, show him it later on or something, I don't know. But he's a good friend of my Auntie Denise, and he's going to be DJing on the night. We have provided a playlist, but we are happy for some people to request some songs. MC Stomping was being played in the shower earlier today. Probably not the type of scenes, Reese, so have to cut back on that, please. Erasure, alright. MC Stomping, maybe not. Although my brother used to MC Visualise. Get him looked up on YouTube. He might speak some lyrics later on, you know. We've also got Nikki and Ross who are sat at that table. So, Nikki's there, and she's she's working. They're also guests. So, you know, if they're drinking, you think, why is if they're talking for drinking, they can crack on. But yeah, well, thank you for capturing our amazing day. There's a couple of photos about me and Daisy from our pre-shoot, which were amazing too. And yeah, we're so happy to have you here. And then all the other vendors as well. We've got things happening all over the place, you know. So have a bit of time, another birds here and stuff like that. But enjoy them. And I've included this after last night. Sorry, so I was going to do this, but I planned on doing the barbecue last night. But it turned out Matty Lincoln brought the barbecue, did the barbecue. And no one's got food poisoning, even though the chicken's still cooking, I think. So if anyone wants some slow roasted chicken, get yourself to the pod later on. Yeah. I'm now going to move on to Daisy's family, who since we got together, been nothing more but welcoming than me, always made me feel part of the family. And I'm really happy now to say that I am officially and you can't get rid of me. But going off Gary's speech, I don't think you do. I think I'm quite alright. I think I'm alright. I'm cemented. Gary, Bernadette, Vicky, Steve, me and Daisy would like to say a massive thank you to you. Honestly, without support from you all, don't think today could have happened, or at least not the way we wanted it to. Try to put things into words and the gratitude that I honestly feel that the 4 years in supporting us throughout about 2 years since we got engaged. And I know that, but I can't. I know Daisy will have got through a lot of emotions. I know there's definitely been some tears, especially in Gary. So you know, there's plenty of smile on there when you're wondering what's going to happen. But I know probably because she was married to Townie as well, I suppose. Yeah. So up the Townies. You what? Yeah. I know that Daisy loved having an amazing niece and nephew today. I'd like to say a special thank you to our beautiful four girls, Florence, Lily, Violet, and our handsome page boy Henry. You've been amazing this morning. Thank you so much.
We need to put one.
Do you want to come over? Do you want to say hello?
Here they are, if you haven't seen them already.
Do you want to say something? No? No, there we go. That's alright. And then, what I'm going to do... Oh, and actually, I'd also like to say thanks to... Well, I don't know, we had a barbecue last night, obviously people stayed over, and we had a night porter called Femi. It's not Femi I'm saying thanks to, but apparently we had a neighbourhood watch going on in the cottages, because about 7 people have told me that an ambulance turned up at 3:30, and they don't know what it's all about, so thank you, neighbourhood watch in the cottages. I know about the ambulance that woke up at 3:30 and we didn't know what was going on.
Is that what it was?
Huh?
Is that what it was?
Not everyone's like neighbourhood watch, aren't they? Like, you know, when everyone tells you what's going on. No, it wasn't here. It's alright, don't even. The other special people, of course, Daisy's beautiful bridesmaids. Emily, I think was the first person in my friendship group who Daisy really connected with and actually gifted us a mattress when we first moved in. And we haven't still got the mattress, that'd be weird, but thank you, Emily. And you also face painted me many times in empires when I was growing up. Made me look like butterflies, jokers, that kind of stuff. Hannah, the nail queen of the group, and someone who I've known since college. I'm sure was able to give Davy some helpful tips for marriage, having just recently been married herself, so thank you. Megan, the mum of the group, we pretty much shared homes with, along with Adam, of course, after they moved around the corner from us. We can't get rid of them. I mean, like I'll ring Daisy. Oh, Adam and Meg are there. Yeah. What are you doing? Like, and Adam goes, work on the railway. Where was I? Gemma, who I know is Daisy's longest friend. Where have I gone? Right, and honestly, after meeting Gemma, pretty shortly after seeing her throw someone across a table, I don't even know what it was, but I saw you throw someone. I thought, if I mess with Daisy, that's going to be me. So there you go. I knew not to do anything. That's probably why I am. And I swipe away from being on camera. There we go. Finally, Elle, Daisy's maid of honour and sister. I'm pretty sure there was some betting going on at some point this morning who's going to be late this wedding, me or Elle. But, and I didn't know what I was going to say yet because I didn't really know what was going to happen. But I was on time. You kind of weren't on time. I don't think it was your fault, was it? I've been told. So, well, no. Not long after meeting Elle, I remember being out in red car, and I think you must have been with some friends, and we went out to met Elle, and we were in Wetherspoons, and Daisy had told me about Elle really, like Jägermeister, blah, 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 that kind of stuff, and we went to I saw Elle go to the bar, and she got, I think at the time it might have been 3 for £5 or something like that for Jägermeister, so she went to the bar, she got 6 Jägermeister, I thought, oh, that's nice of Elle, she's got some round it, she's literally sat there and just went bang, 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 and that was her drinks. So if Elle's at the bar getting shots, and there's it seemed like a large amount, they're probably just for Elle, so that's okay though, isn't it? So yes, and then before I move on to my family, it's already fit quite well actually with Shira being here, but I'd like to slip in a special thanks to the Premier League as I'm thanking people because they've moved Newcastle's game tomorrow for me, so I'll be able to watch that. So I know if the Newcastle game was on, there's a few Newcastle fans here that have probably been glued at the phone. Not me, of course. I wouldn't have been. No, up the mags. But yeah, Borough are playing at 3, but. It's not my fault. So, couldn't do anything about championship. So my family, so mum and dad, I'd like to thank you both. You've raised me to have the right values and managed me to keep me right despite living in Bankfields. It's touch and go, my dad is a Chelsea fan. If he had it his way today, he'd probably be in all blue with a Chelsea cap on. Sorry, you're in green and pink, so he kept saying, "Can I wear a Chelsea cap?" I'm gone. Oh yeah. So during my teens, you were pretty much my alarm clock. So you're quite good with that. We always did have a laid-back approach to any injuries me or Thomas had. And they were quite a generic approach really. Like if I came with a split open head, I wanted a knee and literally the fat was hanging out of my knee. I apologise, I'll people eating a bit. Thomas had a hand sliced from side to side. Dad just used to get this yellow and he stepped to sprout and go, that'll be alright. That'll be alright. They weren't alright. I had stitches in my knee. You had stitches in your hand, didn't you? Yeah. But I suppose it toughened us up, didn't it, for them Sunday leagues, Alright. Mum, I think if I'm still living at home, you'd probably still be making me breakfast, cooking me dinner, washing me clothes, ironing me clothes, but Daisy doesn't do it actually. But I'm a big boy now. I'm a big boy, I do all these myself. Part of me does miss that, but I'm pretty sure you probably miss that more than me. Really, don't you? You do. Next up, my groomsman, Kearney. So Kearney's one of my oldest friends, and believe it or not, I was once taller than him. He's about 6'3" now. He's a bit of a prankster. He just texts you daft stuff and makes you believe things, and it's not true. When we're younger, transfers off so-and-so's getting signed for Aberdeen, and you think, oh bloody hell, mad, but then it wasn't true. But anyway, we used to go fishing. So me, Kearney, Martin used to go fishing quite a bit. And we were in Wales, so we stayed in a cottage. Kearney, the prankster he was, I was on the toilet. I was having a 2-1 like Daisy, can't. You too, you can't. You can't. But I heard this weird noise, I was like, what the hell's going on here? So it's me. I'm only about 11, 12, something like that, having a poo. Don't mind doing the actions, I wasn't planned. There you go. And then I see like things being thrown at the door, and I was like, what is going on here? What is going on? I thought, we're getting robbed, that's it. Catastrophized straight away. I thought, I'm going to get out of this because I don't want to go out there. If they take the stuff, it'll be alright. So I proceeded to try and climb through a bathroom window, but got stuck halfway through. And then realised, Daniel was like, Carl, are you alright? I can't hear anything. I know you can't hear anything, I'm stuck in the bloody window. So he had to come round, pull me out, because at this point I was taller than you. I put you back in, didn't I? Because we had to unlock the bathroom door, you had to go back in and do it. So yeah, that was Caney. So he mentioned it earlier on to me today, and I thought, oh yeah, it's getting mentioned because no one will ever speak about it, will they, sort of thing. So, yeah. Martin, cousin, spent most of my youth growing up alongside Caney. He lived out the back of me. He's also Bankies through and through, like, well, Caney, you came a bit late, didn't you? But Martin does have a habit of dropping things on me last minute, such as inviting me to Olivia's christening. Carl, you're the photographer of the day. Alright, okay, right, here we go. Right, give me a camera went out. So, this christening was in Romanian, by the way, so I had no idea what's going on. I'm in this church, taking photos, everything like that. Also, at his wedding, he made me hold a candle for about an hour or two, red hot. Boy, not Carl, just need to hold this candle. I don't know what's going on. Like, he's walking around kissing walls and stuff like that. I thought, what is happening here? Just stand there with this candle. So I'm stood there with this candle. And then also dropped on the fact that I had kidnapped Catalina. So Catalina's Mark's wife. Carl, you need to kidnap Catalina. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, it's a Romanian tradition. Alright, okay. So me and Caney proceeded, we drove around at 2 o'clock in the morning around Romania in a car with Catalina's brother, I think, photographer. Did he have a drink that night? Because it was about 2 in the morning. So he's quite drunk around and everything, and then we go, get back, man, that bid for us. But, because you proceed to drop things on me, I need you to just do a little gift for me. Just one thing right now, is that alright? You owe me a few things. Yeah. I didn't think about the dead fish. No, I want it to be meaningful. I want you to. It's not hard. I just want you to take a group photo from over there of everybody. Is that all right? Yeah. Right. So Ross is going to give you his camera. I think he's going to give you the camera. So I want you to get a perfect shot. Do you want this candle? No, Martin. Everyone look back, please. Ready? That's a crack. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to be in. That'll do, bloody hell. Get him off. It's expensive, that camera. She takes multiple photos. Yeah, well, I only want you to take one. Right. Sorry, I did time the speech, it's 15 minutes apparently, I don't know what's going on, so I don't know how long I've been here. About 5 hours probably, yeah. There's still bits of, oh god, yeah. I'll miss out Thomas, no, I won't. Right. So yeah, the strings. So me and Martin have known each. Well, obviously Martin's my cousin. Daniel, we used to spend all time playing football, football manager. And my final groomsman is my brother Thomas. He's also a massive Newcastle fan, so he'll be very jealous of the gifts that I've received today. Me and Thomas shared a bedroom for a considerable amount of time. Love football, spent hours on FIFA in the past. Thomas loves football that much, and obviously he admires me so much as a football player that he once took my trophies into school one day, pretending that they were his. Oh, I've got these. He's only got about 8. I was sat there thinking, I'm in this. They're my trophies. But I didn't mention anything as a big brother I am, very caring. But I'm going to mention it every time I get a chance to now, so everyone else knows. Yeah, fair enough. That's alright. My best men, Matty and Chris. I've got no idea how the speech is going to go, how they plan on doing it. I've shared many drunken moments with these twos. We all know that alcohol can affect your memory, and I just want people to remember that. when they are telling you things. Don't know, I've got a video, so it's like evidence, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Anyway, Matty, I've known since primary school. He's still the height he was back then. Where have I gone? He's the man with no filter, so if he offends you today, I'm sorry. He's got a fair bit of money though, he does work offshore, so if you want an apology drink, get him at the bar, you know, I'm sure he'll get you one. To be honest though, he'll definitely would get you one, and maybe another as well, because despite his lack of a filter and someone's questionable choice of language, his type mate will always be there for you and has supported me and other people I know so much throughout the years. So thank you, Matthew. Chris, I've been mates with since college, but I've known much longer. He used to play football in Bank East Field. He won't say he's from Bank East because he doesn't think it's, you know. I've been on probably more holidays, gigs, festivals with Chris than probably anyone else. There was a time that we spent that much time together that Emma Dagan once thought we were actually Chris and Kenny. Chris's surname's Kenny, by the way, so we were Chris and Kenny. I don't know who she thought Carl was. I don't know who Carl. It was Carl, Emma. Where's she gone? We're both Newcastle fans, and I'd seen tickets in time when we were awful. He's the wind-up merchant of the group, and the reason I wore what I did in my stag do. He's one who'll text randoms from a number pretend to be someone else, or sign you up at shows like Jeremy Kyle, which he did do with me once before. But despite him being a wind-up, he's also a considerate side. He's extremely loyal, and would not just be there for me, but any of his mates if we ever needed them. So thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yeah. So now before we move on to the most important person of the day, me? No, that's you. I do want to take this moment to have a moment, a thought about the people who we would have loved to be here but unfortunately can't. I just want us to raise a toast to everybody, the people who we would love to be here but can't. There are some people, to those who can't be here. Now my beautiful wife. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to start by asking you a question though. Who's got the better memory?
You.
Thank you. Most of you know that me and Daisy both mental health nurses since how we met. Met at an award, shared some small talk, went on a night out. It was that I made my move. Technically sitting in the seat, knowing Daisy would have to sit next to me. Obviously smoothed over us, we ended up with flares. We shared our first kiss to the sound of West Virginia. Yeah. We went on to text and agreed to go on a date to another classy night out at a Regular's Pound party. Despite what I thought was an excellent first date, Daisy must not have. She felt it was okay to ghost me after this. A bit awkward considering we were still on shift to each other at the same times. Fortunately though, Daisy saw error in her ways and sent me a drunken text one night asking me if I was out. I wasn't, but I played it cool, ran upstairs, get ready as quickly as I can, booked a taxi to town, and ended up with flares, and we shared another song to our favourite song, West Virginia. I don't think it's on. Now the following day is where the question who has a better memory comes to. So final page. So we've both got different versions of this story. I mean, it's not an exciting story, but I just want people to know the real side. I've got better memory. Dory's confirmed that. So the story goes, Daisy invited me to Chocolate Mill at the back of me, saying I was hungry after an intense game of football. And Daisy obviously wanted to impress me so much that she was able to wang a free Sunday dinner for me. I didn't text you about anything. You text me. No. Whose memory?
Mine. I'll tell the real story.
Now they say the food is a way to a man's heart. Now my mouth. Hello. Apart loves Parmos. And Daisy quickly found that out. What was only assumed a fear that this may make or breaking point for me and Daisy. It obviously wasn't. Daisy, despite having a hatred of everything cheese, and then later find out she was lactose intolerant, proceeded to eat Parmos for the first 3 or 4 months that we were together. and just said, yeah, it's alright, it's alright, yeah. So after Tropics Mill, we continued to date, and things moved fairly quickly. Daisy proceeded to want to press me that much. With a willingness to try new foods, she resulted in her eating a full prawn. So one of our first days went to starters. And then I say full prawn, I mean it had like the shell on, like, you know, like legs and that type of stuff. I was like, you just ate that full prawn. Yeah. I did think it was a bit odd, but I stuck around, you know. Later in the relationship, Daisy obviously stepped things up, and eating things that are actually food must have become a bit boring for Daisy. She took it upon herself to eat a worm at a gig for £40. Of course, she didn't want to touch it. She didn't want to touch it because that'd be weird. So I had the hard job of putting it in her mouth, which meant we split the 40 quid 50-50, didn't we? £20 each. Yeah, I think we were at about 5 wickets. Went everywhere. Cortina's gig, it was. So that's. I've got loads of other stories I can tell, but I appreciate it's gone quite a while. But I'm going to move on to sort of the nice stuff, I guess. Daisy, I'm so grateful for you. You're the best thing that happened to me. You put all my obsession of football. I love Newcastle. I've forever grown lots of football-related injuries. I'm eager when it comes out crying in the cat litter. You make me smile every day, and every day I still think I'm so lucky to have you. You're intelligent, confident, funny. You wouldn't be happy if I didn't say funny, would you? No.
I am funny.
Caring, an amazing nurse. You're ambitious, adventurous, an amazing catman, and now my beautiful wife. Let's keep exploring together, trying to find the best place to eat curries. Never stop getting on my shoulder at gigs, and let's continue to search for waterfalls. I love you so much and love you more and more each day, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of our lives together. I'd like to thank once again everyone for being here and sharing our special day, and invite you all to raise a glass to my amazing and beautiful wife, Daisy Bailey.
Right, ours on paper is as long as Carl's, but there is 2 of us, so, you know. Good afternoon, ladies and gents. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Matty. Known Carl, as he's already said, since primary school. Good old Bangies Primary. Played a few games of footy together, or Carl did anyway, and I tried. Been right through education, Eston Park. Carl went to college and university. I skipped them bits. Somehow, after all these years, I still put up with him, or maybe it's the other way around. Can have it either way.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Get ourselves in there, bingo, oi oi. Right, for those who don't know me, we'll start again. For those who do know me, my name's Chris. For those who don't know me, I'm Christopher Kenny. And for those of you in the room, I can see you, who do know me, but you don't want to admit it. Oops. You probably know me as PC Kenny. Cleveland Police's finest. So myself, I've known Carl since being a teenager. We first met on the grand old Bankfields playing fields. The only ever reason I talked to Carl really is because he had a football goal, he had a net, and we were playing in the trees, and obviously sick of running about, so I went and played with them, and we ended up chatting and getting on. Over the years, me and Carl have had many adventures visiting beautiful places across the world. We've seen the lights of Milan, Lisbon, Scunthorpe. Ever since I've known Carl, we've had lots of laughs. I can honestly say it's been like one lifelong in-between-us episode.
Now, unlike Carl and Gary, we haven't timed this speech at all, so we've no idea, and we're doing it fairly off the cuff. So here we go. These are just a few of our various Carl lights. So where do I start with Carl Bailey? Well, for starters, he's handsome. I mean, look at him. He's witty, charming, intelligent. Sorry, mate, I can't read that. Do you want to change it? You can just tell us later. Sorry.
Anyways, if you can't hear at the back, the silence from the people at the front should tell you that you're probably not missing out on much so far. So between the pair of us, we've known Carl, aka Bales, Bailey, Captain Bales, for around 30 odd years, nearly 40 years.
I suppose some of us would say that's a death sentence. So from sorry, get me tongue out my mouth. So from that, there are a lot of stories that we can tell, a lot of nights out, a lot of trips away. So this varies. So we've had from the likes of the Norman Conquest and the Normanby to the Prince of Wales, Dortmund, Munich, Budapest, and finally those 4 days that nearly wrote half this room off in Lisbon. I still don't think I've recovered.
And in Lisbon, Carl, you had such a turnaround from being slumped on a table, very much like what you're sitting on now, eating a plate of chips with next to no dips, just dry, at around 8 o'clock. To then, after a bit of elixir of life that was known as Summersby apple cider, that got pretty much everyone in this room who was there back to a fully functioning adult. Some say that turnaround's on par with Lazarus's comeback, or just like those 2 Basel and Stoyan nights at the Riverside.
Anyways, Mr. Bailey, if you're not nervous now, then you should be. So, between myself and Matty, there's probably nothing that we don't know about you, to be honest. I think we've been quite nice tonight. So let's begin. So as we all know, Carl is a leader. He always has to go the extra mile for his family and friends. You see today, he's even chosen extra best man, young Matthew. The one thing that most people are unaware of with Carl, I don't know if he's going to show it now, but Carl has a lovely extra nipple. We weren't expecting this thing. Well, this ruins the second part of it, so I was going to talk about that. Daisy, do the honour.
It's good for 40 quid. 20? Yeah, 20. I want half it.
So from what Carl's told me about this when we were growing up, so in Bankfields, apparently this is a sign of good luck if you have an extra nipple. And he's done quite well for himself, so it certainly is a lucky nipple. You kind of ruined the second bit of this, because I said Carl doesn't often get this out, and later at the bar for a small price, you might get it out, but...
I'll get out Ken Lord, Peter, whatever, you know what I mean? If you get it if you want.
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
Now, we couldn't do a speech without mentioning... Hello? Oh, there we go. We couldn't do a speech without mentioning that famous Barnett. His hairdo, or maybe just his hairline. Now, Carl does very well to pretty much keep it, as he calls it, his massive forehead. Or as I call it, and I know very well, from a widow's peak. Now, I can tell what everyone's saying and everyone's thinking, especially Carl right now. That's rich coming from a little bald fella. And I'm well aware that people in glass houses and all that, so it's over to you for this one, Chris.
I'll take it from here. Right, well, what can we say? Never has a man who has had so little, hair that is, spent so much time and product on this amazing achievement. When I say products, I'm talking sprays, gels, wax, and most importantly, Alpecin shampoo.
Alpecin?
Is that how you pronounce it? I've never used it, I've got that. I've never brought it. Anyways, mate, I think you should get a refund on that. Anyways, it's been such a blessing that it's not been too windy today, and we've been treated to this beautiful Barnet. So can we have a round of applause for Carl's Barnet?
Now, as has already been alluded to, absolutely anyone that knows Carl will know that he is hardly ever, and I mean ever, on time. For as long as I can remember, he's either just got out of the shower, was doing his hair, a regular one that, would you believe, or he's needed to iron his shirt. But it sounds like Jan used to iron his shirt, so that was obviously bollocks. So I think it's only right that Daisy was late today, make him sweat and wait for once. So yes, mate, we did have a little word with the beautiful bride to say, just drag out your entrance a little bit more. So, as we haven't mentioned it already, you are looking beautiful, Days, and well done, and we owe you a bevy later on. Although, to be fair, it is only right considering we've waited like a year in time over the years. And unfortunately, despite this, we fully know that this will never change unless the wife can sort it.
Now we move on to an important topic. So as we know, Carl is a man of fine taste, especially when it comes to football. Now, myself and Carl both support the greatest team to grace the North East, Newcastle United. Up the Mags! Game on! So, myself and Carl have seen many low points while supporting the Mags. Was travelled across the country, many miles, hundreds of miles. For example, we've been to the likes of Stoke, lost. Watford, lost. And even Brighton for a 12:30 kick-off, and guess what? Lost. However, certainly things are starting to change for Newcastle, as we all know. They're amazing now. And just like this marriage, it's looking like a bright future, and they're both going to set the world alight.
Now then, tight, Carl Bailey. Now, do you still have that thing for tight? Yes, no. Yes, no. Maybe. So it's a maybe. I would say that's a yes. So, Daisy, I know you've got a pair from last night that are on hand. So, Carl does definitely have a strange thing for tight, which he did it on from when he was a bit younger. He's obviously regretting that a little bit now. So it could indeed why we believe that he also has a bit of a thing for dressing in women's gear. So if you're tight to go missing days, it's not the bloody cats pinching him, it's Carl. He loves a fancy dress. But as his fancy dress, he does prefer to dress as a woman. He's done the Freddie Mercury get up from I Wanna Break Free. He's done the Joker, but dressed as a female nurse, obviously. So we could only oblige with his gear for his stag. He wore those red mesh pants, very well made, with your bare bottom out in sight. If anyone does want to look, there is photos available. Also, your lovely blonde locks and pretty dress, Princess Priestess Daisy, which obviously it had to be because it just went, were most attractive. I'm just surprised that Caney didn't give your hair a little stroke.
I mean to see you looking, Caney. Another topic me and Carl have close to our hearts, so music and festivals, they've always been a key part in our friendship. Just like football, me and Carl have been all over the world. We've been so fortunate. We've seen the likes of the sunrise at Glastonbury, all the way to the mosh pits at Benwick the same. We've certainly busted some naughty dance moves. These will be on show later on. And we drank a hell of a lot of beer along the way. I won't mention the beer in Munich, what it did to your stomach, although I will say it did put me off extra a while there, Carl. Now, I must admit, I am thoroughly looking forward to sharing the dance floor with yourself, Carl, and Daisy tonight. And hopefully we can see some jellyfishing and have some banging tunes and DJ sets.
Final bit of grief from me, mate. Now, do you remember when you were thrown out of mixtape, or should I say, you were removed from the venue? Yeah, there's more than one. However, so, as has already been mentioned, Carl is a mental health nurse, but for anyone that didn't know, on that particular night, it'll have been all that they knew about, because as soon as Carl was removed, he was shouting, "I don't hurt people, I'm a nurse, I help people," multiple times. Now, also I do have to say, for anyone watching, and anyone in the room that Carl didn't actually do anything wrong that night. He was, as usual, playing the peacekeeper. And for anyone thinking it, no, it wasn't me either.
Now, myself and Matty, we do have a little request from the bride and groom. So Daisy, if you could please place your right hand on the table, in the middle of Carl and you, if you can. There we go, that's the one. Now, Carl, what I need you to do is need to put your hands on top of Daisy's.
What?
No, one, you
Just
don't.
one.
Now, what I want you to do, Carl, soak up the atmosphere. Feel this. Can you feel it?
Feel it, yeah, feel it. Yeah.
Embrace it.
Embrace it, son.
Yeah.
This is the last time you're going to have the upper hand in this marriage.
Right, okay. We're approaching the end, so finally, mate, this is the nice part. So, you know what the pair of us think about you? You're a gem of a fella. Any family, extended family now, and friends are very, very lucky to have you. And we just want to say a massive thank you for letting us be a small part of today, and wish you and Mrs. Bailey all the very, very best for the future.
Oh, wait. I mentioned a video, didn't I? So you remember at the beginning of the speech, I did mention that our friendship has been like one big in-betweeners episode. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than a special message from Mr. In-Betweeners himself, Jay. So I apologise if anyone's offended, but it's quite funny.
Hi Nurse Cole, how's it going? Chris has asked me to do a little video just to congratulate you on getting married. I hope you're celebrating with family and friends. Oh, French wedding friends. Then you picked two best men, Chris and Matty, who's a really small person. This is just from Chris. So he sort of stitched you up a bit there, isn't he, Matty? Could have put from Chris and Matty, the two best men, but no, he's fucked over there. No, Carl, congratulations. I'm not sure how you've managed to trick Daisy into going along with this. But well done. What lies have you been telling them? But I do want you to have a long and happy marriage. Of course I do. So get in touch with me. I'll teach you how to put the balls in. I'll teach you how to do the one-pump orgasm. You don't spend the whole time banging on about Newcastle. You'll be able to guarantee Daisy's clunge. But until then, mate, congratulations. I'm sending you lots of love. Don't fuck it up. And don't be a best wanker.
What can I say then, Carl? But you might want to get in touch with him. Sounds like you might be able to teach her a trick or two. But yes, Carl, thank you once again for allowing myself and Matty to have a part to play today. We do wish yourself and your beautiful wife nothing but the happiness going forward.
Now, I appreciate everything's gone on a little bit, but if everyone's got a drink, could I please ask everyone to stand? Carl, Daisy, you can sit down, don't worry. So, we'd like to just say here's to a happy, most importantly healthy future together, and cheers everyone to health and happiness.
There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.